Hi Sagittarius, welcome back to the channel. I'm Jen with Bohemian Path Tarot, and today we are doing October readings. I've got the Light Seers Tarot here, and as per usual, we are doing general readings for a general Sagittarius audience. So it works if you're a Sagittarius sun or moon or rising. So if you know all three of those placements, please feel free to check the videos for all of those placements. But keep in mind, it might really resonate with you. It might resonate a little later in the month because it might be predictive and kick in a little bit later, or it might just resonate a little bit. So please just take what resonates and leave the rest. Thank you. I'm going to go ahead and give the deck a really good shuffle. And I like to fast forward over the shuffling part just because I don't like to chit-chat over it. I like to really focus for you. So I will fast forward the video and I will catch you as I start to lay out the cards, and we'll get into the good stuff. So I will see you there in just a second. Okay, Sagittarius. Four of Cups. Ace of Pentacles. Oops. Four of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles. Let's get everything in focus here. Okay. So the main energy for the month is the 10 of Pentacles, which is all about that feeling of stability in terms of your practical life, your sense of feeling stable in your living environment, in your work environment, if you're still, on the job, in your career, if you're a career seeker on the career path, or if you're in retirement, feeling stable in terms of your income, your investments, your living situation, your family environment. So, of course, for different Sagittarians, the focus might be slightly different. There's also a piece here about endings and beginnings. Tens in the tarot tend to speak to endings that lead to new chapters. So it could be the sort of thing where you're closing the door on one job and starting a new job, or closing the door on one phase of life and moving to another, like ending your sort of 9-to-5 life and moving into retirement, and how that changes your sort of practical life or your stability, or how you think about your stability. It doesn't necessarily change how you work. A lot of people still might work in their retirement, but might work part-time or have hobbies that they turn into sort of fun money, or babysitting, or whatever it is. It might be a less taxing, or not so much 9-to-5, but more of a side hustle-y sort of thing. Or it might be consulting that you do after you sort of end the traditional work-a-day life. For some Sagittarians, this could be the change from graduating school or leaving a school environment and going into the work workplace, something like that. For some folks, this could be the kind of thing where you leave a job to go to work for your family. There's very much a family component at work here, whether you take over a job or a family business or go into business with family. Inherit a business from a family member or get a loan or help from a family member to start your own business. And then maybe be sort of in business in a sense with a silent partner who happens to be a family member or a family friend, something like that. So this Ten of Pentacles is in the position of the main energy for October. So this is kind of like the main focus for October. Issues around your practical life and your career, whether it's your 9 to 5 or how you're keeping yourself busy in your retirement and how that relates to your stability, your finances, your investment, your sense of stability, and maybe how that relates to your family life. If you have your own family, your kids or your partner, or how that might affect your generational sort of relationships, if it does so. Now, the next card we see here is the Four of Cups, which you can even tell in this card, our central character here doesn't look super satisfied. Let's see if this wants to get in focus, and it doesn't really. Having this problem today. Let's see. There we go. Okay, sometimes if we go a little extreme, then we can get her. And the thing is, you can see on this side, there's 3 kind of bowls here, and they look spent. She's used up whatever was in these bowls, the central character. But there's another bowl over here on this side that she does not seem to be aware of, that's just outside of her range of vision, that she isn't paying attention to for whatever reason, that is being offered to her. You can see there's a hand that is just about to offer her this this rainbow-filled bowl that is full of, it looks like magic, right? And so that the essence of this card is, even though you may be aware that you're not quite satisfied, there is something that is about to be on offer that is going to be amazing, that's going to fill that empty spot that you're aware of. So keep your eyes open. It might be something you weren't expecting. It might come in the shape or in an offer that initially you're not super excited about, or that you think isn't the answer to what, in a form you didn't think would satisfy you, or that you don't think is what you're looking for. But try exploring some of the options that are coming in a little further. Give things a second chance, or a second look-see, or a little more time to don't dismiss things too easily just because they don't come in the package you were expecting, or because the offer wasn't exactly what you were expecting. There's something that's just around the corner that is has the potential to fulfill you in a way that you hadn't anticipated. So keep your heart open for that possibility. And Another interesting card we have here, which is very much related to this Ten of Pentacles. What kind of comes after this Ten of Pentacles is the Ace of Pentacles. It's kind of like the ending, the new beginning promised after the ending is the Ace. Aces are the beginnings. So this is like the seed card. So as you close one chapter, the Ace is the new beginning, is the new chapter. So this could be a new job for those of you, again, that are in that place in the career seeking phase. This could be a new contract, a new sale. For those of you who might be looking for housing or maybe a rental property for even for your own business or something like that. This could even represent something like that. This Pentacles, as we mentioned with the Ten of Pentacles, this could also it could be aligned with your a living situation, or rental property, housing, something along those lines, something to do with your practical life, finances, property, something like that. And it's a new opportunity, a new possibility. The last card we have here is the Four of Pentacles. And like the Four of Cups over here, where you see this character is not fully satisfied, the Four of Pentacles has a similar kind of not feeling completely secure. You see, in this version, this character is holding her purse very close to her person. She's not feeling confident about taking risks. The kind of traditional interpretation of the Four of Pentacles is someone who is being a bit stingy. That sounds negative, but I suppose a better way to say it is someone who is hesitating to part with their resources for fear that there might not be a payoff. They're not wanting to take a risk. But sometimes we can be when we're a little too risk adverse, we don't get anything done. We can't get anywhere if we don't take any risk at all. So the advice actually inherent in the Four of Pentacles is to be careful and be cautious, but don't be afraid to make a move. It's okay to move forward as long as you're being careful and taking calculated risks. The Ace of Pentacles here is a card that rewards action taken. So it's kind of like being a farmer, and that if you imagine that the pentacle in this card is like a seed, you have to plant the seed in fertile soil. Let's get this better. Here we go. And you have to water it and keep the weeds away and make sure it gets sunlight. You have to take a little bit of action and do a little bit of work. And then there's a little bit of work that sort of Mother Nature does, right? And you work together with Mother Nature in order for your garden to grow, as it were. But you don't get any, your garden can't blossom, or there isn't any harvest without planting any seeds, without, nurturing your garden. So I suppose it's a rather clumsy way of saying, you do have to plant some seeds in order for in order to have a harvest. So you do have to use some of your resources in order for there to be a harvest. So don't be afraid to plant some of your seeds, to use some of your resources. And we can extend that metaphor into other parts of your life too. So sometimes this card comes up to speak to like relationships, like for anybody who might be going back into the dating world. Sometimes it can be intimidating to be vulnerable. And this card can come up when a person might be hesitating to share themselves fully in, when going back into the dating world and meeting new people and kind of not really being vulnerable and not really sharing themselves and not really being the true, open, sort of fun, maybe weirdo. We can be afraid to be who we truly are, and sometimes we second guess who we think we ought to be and try to present something else and are stingy about the truth of who we are. So this card can come up in those situations. This kind of personal stinginess can be extrapolated into other situations like that. So for different Sagittarians, this Four of Pentacles, this kind of keeping yourself closed off, being hesitant to share your resources or spend your resources could come up in different areas of your life. You will know in what way you may be sort of playing small, in what part of your life you might be playing small, and what part of your life maybe you could open up a little bit and take a more calculated risk, or be a little more bold. That's not an invitation to be cuckoo, but just to be a little more participatory in your life, to take some more steps, and participate more and be more open and vulnerable, and or at least nurture the seeds in the areas of your life where you want to see growth. How about that? But it does look like this is a month where there are some new doors opening or new chapters beginning as the ending of a cycle that has reached its, fullness and completion. And opportunities are coming. Maybe even an opportunity comes in a form you had not expected. But I would say overall, it looks like you are wanting to move forward and you are ready for some new opportunities. And in a couple of ways, you are being supported to say yes and to try and to sort of expand your own horizons. In Sagittarius, it strikes me that you're, usually a sort of a bold person who is not afraid of expansion and new horizons. So the fact that these two cards are coming up for you is it's unusual. So that this new offer that you might not be expecting, and maybe it comes from the past or from someone you might not have expected to have an offer from you, or that this opportunity or invitation to be more open, or maybe a little more generous, or maybe just creative with your resources, so you don't feel like you're losing anything as you share in a new way, or maybe stretch your resources without feeling like you're losing anything, so that you can plant seeds in some new areas. Okay, I think you get the idea. In any case, it looks like some new beginnings are coming in October, and some new opportunities are coming in October. In any case, I'll leave it there for you, Sagittarius. Thank you so much for dropping by. If you like this video, I hope you'll consider giving it a thumbs up, leaving a comment, maybe even subscribing. Please take good care of yourself, and until next time, bye for now.